So how would you personally sum up your first season at the Tigers?
First season, a lot of learnings.
Hello and welcome to Win, Learn or Draw.
The Tigers don't lose.
They either win or they learn.
The Tigers!
We're in a crocodile roll for our life.
Win and learn from it.
What better person to learn from?
Oh, what are they teaching this place?
Let's go!
Mate. I can't get over how good that intro is.
Great intro, isn't it?
Took us a good 30 seconds last week to acknowledge how good it was, but
Too long. Sorry,
this
Adam,
week-
if you're listening.
sorry, Adam, which he is.
Yep.
Thank you again.
He messaged us. Said it came up nicely.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
And he also liked the Masini song.
We'll
More
touch
on
on
that.
that a little bit
More
later.
on
There's some other podcasts we might be seeing in court very soon, put it that way. Hello and welcome to the Win, Learn or Draw podcast. It's called the Win, Learn or Draw podcast because the West Tigers never lose. I can almost stop there because we haven't lost in 2026.
Yeah, I mean, you may as well.
Undefeated Witzer Cup
Yeah.
podium getters.
Yes, good to be on top of the podium. On the bottom of the podium.
Bronze medalists.
Yep.
We're a day late this week.
Yeah.
What happened, Hammy?
Yeah, I came down with Witzer Cup Podium fever, sadly. Had a wedding in Echuca in regional Victoria. Beautiful part of the world, very, very hot part of the world. Don't know if it's a combination of food poisoning or heat stroke or a little bit of both, but I was completely wiped out for, about 36, 48 hours. I've only just recovered, only to hear that you potentially now have food poisoning.
Well,
as well.
I've definitely got WCPF, Witzer
Yep.
Cup podium fever.
Yep.
I'm not sure what happened over the last 24 hours, and I don't know how you would have transferred it to me through WhatsApp or anything, but
Might have been WhatsApp.
Yeah. So I'm struggling a little bit right now, but the students want content.
They want to learn.
They want to learn.
Yeah.
They want to learn, and the Tigers haven't been doing much learning, so it's our job to make sure the students are learning.
It is.
So yes, podium finish in the Witzer Cup. Third, great result.
Well done.
Really. Well done, Wes. I think you've surprised a few people. There's a good showcase of our depth. We spoke about how good our depth is last week.
Yep.
And I think finally, and I mean, if you go back, and I haven't, and look at trial form over the past, 15, 20 years, it's never good.
No.
We pretty much always get pumped.
That's right. We haven't been on the Witzer Cup or the equivalent podium in some time. So
Correct.
Nice to be out there. Good to put a bit of a hurdy on Witzer Cup minnows, the Penrith Panthers as well, 13+ing them just to make a bit of a statement.
They finished last.
Yeah.
And they played their gun squad.
They
Cleary almost cost himself 3 weeks. By the way, how did he get off? He's hit the biggest talent in history of NRL coming up. I mean,
I think that's fair.
you think that's fair?
Yep.
He hits Masini in the head, could have ended his career, and then gets off scot-free.
Without a lawyer?
Yeah.
He's represented by his father?
Oh, sad.
I mean, Illuminati confirmed or what?
Well, do the Clearys run this league or what?
Well, clearly they do.
Cleary they do.
Cleary they do.
Cleary they do.
Yeah. A bit of a slap in the face to us Tigers fans after, what Ivan's done to our club.
Exactly.
Over the years as well. So didn't add up to me. Protected species, yes, I think we can safely say.
I believe that.
So he'll be right to play round one, which is remarkable. I think let's put a say barge in Nathan Cleary's position. If he did that to Brian To'o
With his dad.
and it was represented by Mr. Safe Half, do
It's the same arch.
you think we'd be having the same conversation right now? I think we'd be having a very different one.
Probably get 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Do you know what? A good point though. Like Para, well done on winning the league. Yeah, all good. They were stripped of their 2016 Auckland Nines preseason title for salary cap breaches. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Breaching the cap in the nines is pretty funny. Especially for a team who cries poor over we lost the grand final because another team was breaching the cap.
Yeah.
And then you go and do it.
7 years later.
You have your nines title stripped.
Arguably as big a deal, losing the Auckland
How were they
Nines.
breaching the cap in 2016? Who would they have had running around then that would have put them over? I think Hayne had gone by then to the NFL.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah.
Brad Takarangi?
Yeah. Would have cost a pretty penny, wouldn't he? Yeah.
Another
Shane
big...
Shackelford.
Yeah.
I love Shaq.
Love Shaq. Another good point from the Witzer Cup. Tigers actually scored the second most amount of points out of any team. Cowboys blitzed it with 100, but 68 points over 2 games.
Cowboys also played Witzer Cup minnows, the Melbourne Storm, and put 60 on them.
That's true.
In the first game. So
can they not win the comp?
there.
They can't win the comp now, Melbourne, because they've conceded 60.
Yep, I think that's fair.
Okay.
That's the rule.
That's the rule. We'll
That's
dive
the rule.
into the game a little bit more detail in the set of 6. Couple of announcements, not many to run through today. First, the Win, Learn or Draw store at winlearnorddraw.shop is live. We mentioned it last week. We had a few sales come in.
Nice.
Off the back of the podcast last week. Obviously, you've got this nice understated embroidered shirt here. You've got the classic cap.
Yep,
You see a
you
top
certainly
Hank
do.
Goodman's head.
Yep.
And the top 16 commemorative shirt.
Yeah, great opportunity to get one now because it looks like we'll be going back to back this year. So to commemorate, obviously, last year's one. Hopefully, we'll be doing a 2026 run of that as well, I would hope. But yeah, you want to make sure you got both editions of that just to really celebrate the back-to-back.
I saw an, I can't remember the name, NRL Deep Dive, I think. He was wearing an 2026 top 8 shirt for the Tigers.
Oh, yeah.
So
I like that. I like the positivity.
that's an ambitious man right there.
It is. Well, I need to get one of those. Otherwise, I'm doing a 75 hard
yeah.
as announced on Bloke the other day. So fingers crossed that T-shirt that he's wearing comes to fruition.
Let's hope that it does, Hammy, and then become a member.
Yeah.
Not much more to say on that.
No, there's not. Get your membership, get in there now because obviously we had a game at Leichhardt on the weekend. Nice to see the hill nice and full. Would have loved to have been there. Had a lot of FOMO. However, if the games are sold out during the season, if you're a member, in. So go
and
get your
round
membership.
2 will sell out.
Round 2 will sell out. I actually got my membership pack during the week. I was going to wear it today. I wanted to give this had another plug in case we plug the storage, but we obviously have. But
Yep.
the 2026 membership hat, best one they've done yet,
Better than this?
easily. Better than that. Touch and go. It's got its own little. I'll wear it next week. People can
Okay.
make up their own minds, but I think it's one of the better bits of membership merch they've done.
Great.
So, Talangi and the team down there.
Murray Talangi.
Murray Talangi. Getting out of yardage well with a nice hat to start the season. So good stuff. Keep up the good work.
I mean, Canterbury have really stepped up our merch game
They have.
this season. Jerome's headgear looked fantastic.
Oh
too.
yeah, we haven't got that on the run sheet. Glad that you brought that up. That is a sexy bit of headgear.
Yep.
Yep,
And Canterbury logo just looks schmick.
it does.
There. It doesn't look forced.
Yep.
It's just, high quality stuff. Let's get stuck into the set of 6. This year, we're obviously structuring it as best we possibly can, looking back at games. And this week, we're going to look at some up-and-comers and kind of some interesting stories around the Tigers squad this year.
Yep.
Before we get stuck into that, tackle 1, a bit of a trial recap. You said you rewatched the game
Yep.
yesterday. As you mentioned, 26-12 with a 13-plus victory against the Spooners. Very worrying signs for Penrith.
Extremely worrying.
Geez, I'd be worried.
Yeah.
Cleary got off, obviously, but
that premiership drought ain't ending anytime soon. If that's
No.
if that's what they're serving up. Look, the impressive thing about this performance for me, as you mentioned, they played their best team in the first half. We mixed it with them. It was 10-12, I think, at halftime.
yeah, it was, yeah.
Cleary went to the bin, but we were in there with them, mixed it with them, probably even had the better of the play in the first half, but we're right there. And then when both teams really took their A graders off mainly in the second half, and we were able to run away with it, particularly at the end of the game, which to me is a really good sign of the depth that we were talking about last week. And that's been an issue in the past when we've had to, someone's gone down injured or we've had to replace the A graders. Who comes in next? And there's been a bit of a drop off. But this season, based on what we've seen so far, it feels like there's actually some ready-made kind of replacements ready to go there that can step in. Might not be quite as good, but can do a similar kind of role. And for me, I think that's really what we saw in that second half is probably just that depth coming to the fore. I don't know how you felt.
No, yeah, for sure. I think the A graders looked very good in the first half, but it's that depth and it's that next man up philosophy that wins comps. So teams like the Melbourne Storm have always had that kind of philosophy where obviously you're going to get injured. It's a high impact game and people are busting their guts out there. So someone's going to get injured and you need someone to step in and do the same job as the person prior. So I'm pretty confident that it is the best 30-man squad we've had possibly ever.
Yep.
There aren't that many holes. We know the starting 13 is absolute gun.
Yep.
And probably last year it was pretty close, but now it's getting to that point where we're like, okay, if someone goes down, we're not worried because, those guys came out in the second half and absolutely blitzed it. There's a couple of players I wanted to touch on, but just before we do, talk to me about this roasty post.
Oh yeah. Well, but yeah. Just before We haven't. No, I'll do the roasty post first. Then I want to give a real quick shout out to the JFTA Petrochemical Services engine room.
Oh, please do.
Before we single
Please
out, because I know we're singling out a few players in the rest of the set of six, which I like. But we'll do the roasty post first. So I missed this. I was at this wedding in Echuca. He put a great post up, roasty, collabed it with our page. You've probably already seen it if you follow the Win, Learn or Draw page. Collabed it with my personals as well, which I honestly missed it, but didn't need a collab from me. It's going very well. It's me. I think that's at the Budgie Smuggler World's Most Ordinary Rig competition 2 years ago. No, I'm not competing for those asking.
Clearly not.
Although it could have been based on the photo here. Hey, babe, don't know if you've heard, but the Tigers just are undefeated in 2026. Just beat the team that won 4 straight Prems recently and will likely make the top 16 this year. So what are you drinking? And it's me just with some budgies on, not much else from below the equator there, and a nice sports jacket. So that, probably not the most flattering photo of myself, has been shared almost 1,200 times on and viewed 100,000 times on Instagram. So yeah, really good to see Roasty squeezing some love out of probably not the best photo, but summing up the sentiment of what was a pretty exciting weekend for the club.
How does he have the photo?
He
Is
took
the
it.
question.
He took it. He was there with me. Also,
Right.
he wasn't competing as well, folks, but we were both at the competition a few years ago.
I mean, the combination is deadly. Long blue socks, budgie smugglers, and then real business up top.
That's right. That was for a little series called Away Shorts, which we did at Sportsbet. So I had my little away shorts on underneath and I put some budgies on over the top.
Oh, right.
Quite
Okay.
the look.
Quite the look. And it's always good to collab with guys of Roasty's caliber as well. Rugby League guru.
Yeah. And thanks to Roasty, who's in Vegas. So not only had time to watch the game in Vegas, watch a Witzer Cup Podium finish, he had time to dig up an old embarrassing photo and collab it with the page. And for that, Roasty, we thank you.
And how do we get that job? Because I saw he's over there with the team, basically.
Yes.
He's kind of telling Dragons fans where to go in Vegas. Now, there are murmurs that the West Tigers will be there next year.
Yep.
How do we get that job, Hammer?
That's a great point. And hopefully if Langy's listening, he can answer that question for us somehow.
Again,
Because
we
we'd
know
love
he
to be
is.
there for the club next year,
Oh,
playing that role.
I've already taken time off.
Yeah.
I'll be there. Now, it will be...
the JFTA Petrochemical.
Oh, yeah, please, get stuck
Let's
in.
just whiz through them because they're the unsung heroes and
They are.
they haven't got time on the rest of the run sheet. But I just thought a couple of guys who 150 odd run meters in the engine room in a trial, if you don't mind. The Saybarge, one of them, 134 meters for him from 13 runs. Vanilla Pole, 157 meters from 12 runs. 61 post contacts for him as well.
Wow.
Tony Sukar, liking what I'm seeing from him in the trials, 125 meters. And then Charlie Murray, he's one that's come up a few times. In fact, he caught Guru's eye a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, he's played really well in the trials.
150 meters, 68 post contact. So good times in the JFTA Petrochemical Services engine room so far this season.
And again, we've still got Terrell May to come back.
We do.
You know, we got Kai Paul to come back.
Yep.
Sam Finu, obviously not featuring there. So we've still got probably, arguably, 3 of our best.
Yeah.
Not even in that. Hey?
Sione
Finu.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So, mate, things are looking very bright.
Yes.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but
we will.
let's get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Let's get those top 8 shirts.
Yeah. We'll take 10 right now.
Well, good segue into future being bright, tackle 2. And this guy was always going to take tackle 2.
Yep.
Hey, Masini.
Yes.
We had a whole dedicated section to him last week as well. I have a feeling we might have a weekly segment
Yep.
called Hey Makasini.
Yep.
I had a little listen at your prompt to another podcast who were talking about him.
Yes.
Yeah, fill us in. What happened?
Oh, yes. I was listening. So, friends of the show.
Yep.
Hello Sport.
Yep.
Were just trying to get a bit of a read from Cody Totes on how excited he was about Makasini's amazing try on the weekend. But before they did, Eddie regaled Tom with a little song he'd been working on, which is a little bit similar to a song that we've unfurled twice. Around 27 last year on the show.
Correct.
Right at the start.
Yep.
Easy to find right at the start of the show. And last week as well, I think as soon as we came out of the new intro.
So if you want to check the tapes,
Check 'em.
episode 27 and 29,
They're up there.
or 28 and 29,
Yep.
check them out.
They're there.
They're there.
Tom, rightly so, was very impressed with the song. Said, I like that. And in fact, I'd like to hear the whole thing laid down and recorded properly. Now, we did discuss doing that sort of thing, not on air. I will say that. It was as soon as we got off, but we've got Matty here as a witness as well. And we riffed some of what the next
did.
verse might sort of sound like.
We did.
That is a project we'd still like to undertake, and probably will still do. Just wanted to put that out there. That
So what happens here? What if they do record it and it comes out a day or two before we release our version,
I think we have to stick to our guns. We have to still put it out, and then we just go back and dig up the tapes,
and we go to court?
clip them up, and we go to court.
And Ivan Cleary represents us.
We get our fathers to represent us, and we walk off scot-free. That's what I think. Just wanted to put that out there. Friends of the show, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Friends of the
No
show.
qualms.
They did mention the Win, Learn or Draw pod, which we obviously
Which
love.
we
And
love.
They did. It was interesting, their kind of take on Cody's reaction. So Cody Tote's obviously not super like jumping out of his seat, even though one of the greatest West Side.
He was watching it on the couch.
He was watching on the couch with his mates, saying he didn't even jump up. But I think, and I don't think they really mentioned this, but this is a tough pill to swallow sometimes, but a lot of people who sent me the highlight followed it up with when are the Roosters signing?
Yep.
Or when are the Storm taking
Yeah,
him?
I had under 1.5 years left at the Tigers. Was one that got sent to me quite a lot.
So why are people doing this to us? Can't
Yeah.
they let us be happy?
Yeah. Is that too much to ask?
I don't think so. 2 trial wins and a prodigal talent on the left sting. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself again, Hammy, but I will.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie The Fly with Jeff Goldblum?
I haven't.
Have you seen the
Human fly here.
Simpsons episode where Bart and the Fly?
Yes.
combine? So that's based off the movie The Fly
Okay.
with Jeff Goldblum. So the premise of the movie is that him and a fly get into a teleportation device, and at the other end they merge. I'm thinking 18 years ago, Jonah Lomu, Mal Meninga, and GI all jumped into a teleportation kind of machine, and on the other end came out Masini.
That's a pretty fair sort of theory, I would have thought, based on what we've seen so far. It's only a small sample size, but who could argue with that?
It's well, and maybe even Taniela Tuiaki. At his peak.
Yeah, that's the one that I was like, this is shades of a young Taniela for me.
Like the boy said on Hello Sport, a double bunts. And
The way he was able to steamroll the best defensive fullback in the competition for the last 5 years, Dylan Edwards.
Kangaroos fullback,
Yeah,
mind you.
just gave him the big Shakira hips that don't lie.
Exciting
Unbelievable
stuff.
And he had quite a few damaging runs like that over the weekend as well. He only played I think the first half.
Yep.
160 run meters, just a machine. Unbelievable try, of course, massive highlight. But very excited about him. There is that thing I have to say though, in the back of the head, you just go, geez, can you just
How
let
do
us
we
have
hold
this
it?
one?
Yeah.
Like, can you just back off everyone else, please? Another one of those examples where I believe in the human spirit and the fact that Benji Marshall has given this kid a crack early and brought him through, and he's a junior.
Yep.
Doesn't always work out, as we've seen in the past, but, there is good in some people, and hopefully he will be one of those people who goes, you know what, this club's given me a good start. I owe this club a lot. The club's going in the right direction at the moment.
Yep.
I want to be part of that. I want to play on the edge, on the end of one of the best left edges in the competition.
Sure.
And soak that up. So fingers crossed we can hang on to this guy, because, yes, what we've seen so far, generational talent.
Definitely.
And I'd love to keep this one.
Let me give you a little bit of a timeline that might fill you with a bit of hope here.
Tristan.
So, a bit of Tristan. He was born in 2007 in Orange. Orange,
Oh,
white
yeah.
and black.
Right shade of orange? Or?
That's no HBG to be seen anywhere near that town. Born in Orange, great sign already.
Mm-hmm.
Moved to Camden at age 11 and played league for Campbelltown City. So 11 years old, he's in the West Tigers system.
Nice.
Obviously 18 now. Comes from a strong rugby union background. We all know the story of him potentially being signed by the ARU and choosing the West Tigers over the Wallabies.
Great decision.
Probably more success forthcoming at the
course.
Tigers than the Wallabies. His father actually represented Tonga in International Rugby Union, aka Dylan Edwards' grandfather.
Good.
Thanks.
In rugby?
Yep.
Okay, nice.
He attended Newington College in Sydney.
Bit of a production line, Newington. A lot of the Penasini brothers.
Yeah,
List
definitely.
goes on.
About to be a co-ed school too.
Yep.
Represented Australian schoolboys in rugby union before choosing leagues. We just mentioned. Started in West Tigers. Harold Matz. Signed a long-term deal when he was still in school for $1 million
Not bad,
for
eh?
3 years.
Yep.
Benji went and visited him at school and all sorts.
Wow.
But I mean, the proof is yet to be in the pudding. But looking like
The
it's about to
pudding's
be.
looking pretty good so
The
far.
pudding is looking very good.
Yeah.
He made his NRL debut last year, obviously scored one. So he's got one top grade game. Preseason, he's had 4 tries, 13 tackle breaks, 278 metres.
Outrageous.
It's
Top of
pretty
the
good.
Witzer Cup try scoring tally?
He must be, yeah,
so.
with 4.
Yep.
I would and put that on the
He must
resume.
be Makasini.
He must be.
Yeah. As opposed to Hamasi.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, he's actually not even the first Makasini to play for the Tigers. Did you know
Really?
this? Do you remember Makasini Richter?
No.
And it's fine if you don't, because he
don't.
played 24 games between 2001 and 2002.
Okay.
But there you go.
Do we know what style of player he was?
I think he was a forward,
Okay.
to be honest.
Yeah.
They probably even aren't related because that was his first
His
name.
first name, not his last name.
Yeah, and that's not
that's usually
generally
the way
how
it works,
it
I
works.
suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. A little bit of a run through of Makasini's history, and I think loyalty will be at the forefront of his choices over the next few years.
I hope so. And hopefully we're sitting here in 10 years just extending on that list full of West Tigers feats.
Yep.
Couldn't
agree more.
As opposed to some other feats, which bit of a teaser, a bit of a look ahead maybe to the top 05 a bit later. But
Oh, very
yeah.
excited for that.
Fingers crossed.
Tackle 3. This is a bit of a reverse story of this. This is us poaching really good talent from another team.
Which we love. for
Which we
change.
do love. Javon Andrews. Geez, he looks comfortable.
He does look good, doesn't he? He's
He
like
looks
ready-made.
So comfortable.
This is one of those things I was talking about with the depth earlier. It's like if someone in the halves goes down, yeah, okay, he's not a Jerome Luai.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, when he's come on in both games, that left side has looked just as dangerous, hasn't it?
Yep, absolutely. And Sugar, I don't know if you saw on SEN the other day, but Sugar had huge raps on him and reckons he'll be in the 19 within the first month.
Nice.
He was signed on as a development player for 2026 with hopes of being a top 30 player 27, 28.
Yep.
Got player of the match last year in Queensland under 19s Origin.
Yep.
Has trialed very well.
Very well.
Very well. And again, just shows you that depth. So he might be in and around, they're talking about putting probably a bit of pressure on Latu Fainu and like having 4 genuine halves ready to go to play 6 and 7.
Love it. He does look good.
He does look very good. And I'll give you a bit of a run through for Andrews as well. This
Please
is
do.
actually pretty good story. He actually went for a try in a junior game for Logan Brothers, I think, in 2021, and he hit his head on the goalpost and fractured his C4 and C5 and told by doctors he may never play again.
Wow.
So very young guy because he's only 20-ish now, so he might have been like 15. Spent months in hospital and in a halo brace before making a comeback to rugby league in 2023 after 2.5 years out.
Wow.
That's a long
Big
stint.
sabbatical.
He said his family, his parents, his siblings were keys to supporting him. He then got player of the match in that under-19s game. And now, as I mentioned, signed a 3-year contract and a development deal and looking to pop into that roster in 27, 28. But if you ask Joel Sugarcane, he's coming in earlier. What you got big raps on this guy. The Titans have let a good one go.
They have, unlike them. We will take him. No, he looks seriously good. And I wonder whether like the little carrot of like coming and being in the squad coached by Benji Marshall, he's like, whether he's here for the long haul or not, he reckons that's a bit of benefit to him in his development. But he looks really good, doesn't he? And I think, you're right. Now we've got like a couple of guys, Latu Fino himself, obviously Jock Madden's there as well. But there's a few guys kind of floating around who look ready to step up. But both trials, he's been a danger. Like he does lots of clever stuff, like a bit of kind of deception with his eyes about where he's going to pass. And like he selected a really nice one to Heath Mason on the weekend.
He did.
And the week before he had a couple of nice plays down the left. He might have even put Tavada over for the
We got 3 try assists on Friday night.
Yeah, that one, that the little face ball he threw across as well.
He grubber for Heath Mason at the end of the game as well, I think.
The one that went straight across Heath is like, he looks ready to roll. And I like that call from Sugar. I could see him easily slotting into that 19. He looks good to go.
He's massive as well.
Yeah, he is.
Silky
He's a big
hands
boy.
for his size
Yep.
too. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Big fan.
There you go. Two teenage prodigals coming out of the Tigers and the Titans, respectively.
Yep.
So snatching a half from the Titans. Who'd have thought?
Yoink.
Who'd
A
have
well-trodden path, that one.
Tackle 4, just wanted to touch on Pat Herbert.
Yeah, I like this.
You might remember Patty Herbert from a few years ago. Played for the Warriors and the Titans at different times. He then got injured. I believe it might have been an Achilles or something like that. And then he's been on an excavator for the past 3 years, digging holes.
Wow.
You across what excavators?
Dig holes, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Well done. 29-year-old has been away for 3 years. He was released and had a failed he failed a physical to go to the Super League.
Jeez.
So he probably thought it was all over Red Rover.
Jeez, that doesn't happen every day. Failing a physical to go to the Super League.
Yeah, that'd be.
We've seen some of the.
He must have been.
That'd be hard to do.
Very injured.
Yeah.
Very injured.
Yeah.
Like I said, he had labouring jobs, and then the Tigers called him. Said, "Hey, I don't know. I think he was playing rugby in Illawarra.
Okay.
So he still was on the footy field. Whoever this scout is for the Tigers, let's look this up.
Yeah.
Javon Andrews, Pat Herbert.
Yeah.
They're doing a good job.
Is it Shannon Gallant, the Mighty Mouse? I'm pretty sure.
He's pathways. Oh,
Okay,
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
You might be onto
Involved
something
a little bit.
But yeah, he's now kind of trialed in 2 games and has been signed until the end of 27.
Nice. I like it. Great signing.
Yeah, I mean, a very good story too. You look at Javon Andrews out of the game. You look at Dewey out of the game for a long time, and sometimes the Tigers have probably been guilty of throwing people lifelines when they shouldn't have. But it seems like they've learned a few lessons, and now they're throwing lifelines to actual competitors.
Some great lifelines being thrown, which we love to see. He looks good. I was even just watching him in these first couple of trials. Stafford Tile, he will most likely get the first crack at that right centre position. But I tell you what, every time Patrick Herbert has been out there, hits hard, gun with ball in hand, just looks jacked like a little ball of muscle. Certainly wouldn't be failing any physicals now. You wouldn't.
No,
think.
no, definitely. not.
Again, depth. Like if someone goes down, he can slot in and do a great job. He's looked fantastic in both the trials so far. I reckon that's a great signing and another great story as well.
He's obviously training very hard as well and trialing very hard because he was on a training trial and they snapped him up very quickly.
Yeah.
Very quickly and signed him to the end of next year. So very good stuff, Paddy Herbert. There's a little bit of a triple feature there for you on some of our kind of fringy and young up-and-comers. Obviously, we got the big names at the Tigers.
Yep.
We got the big names. Everyone knows about the big names, but this is a bit of a
I like
expose.
it. Getting under the hood a little bit. I like that. There's some good tackles included there on the set of 6.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's preseason tackle 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
If ever I've heard it. Moving on to tackle 5, arguably the most important of the set.
And this is definitely a sign that we're in the preseason, I'd say, this being the tackle 5.
Yeah. Supercoach draft.
Yeah.
I had mine on the weekend. You did 2. When was yours?
No, I did 1. I did the League of... Is it the League of Legends, buddy? League of Legends. So this was with... everyone on the bloke panel is part of the League of Legends.
Yep.
Plus, there's a few guys from Supercoach HQ that are involved as well.
Oh, yep.
Pat Haddad from the Guru podcast as well. Chad Townsend is doing it. There's about 10 kind of rugby league content creators that are involved in it. Some shock selections. Denon took Ezra Mann with his first pick.
That is a Barry Crocker.
And Guru summed it up best when he said Ezra Mann wouldn't have taken Ezra Mann with his first pick.
And Rue knows his Supercoach.
He knows his stuff.
Yeah.
With my first pick, I didn't take a Tiger. I took Herbie Farnworth.
Oh, that's a good pick.
You don't
what
mind?
pick were you?
Pick 05.
05.
I think.
Perfect.
So
Stars align.
bit of an omen that the Canberra Raiders are going to go deep this year in the League of Legends. So I noted here you wanted to discuss how many Tigers we kind of had in our respective drafts. Do you want me to review that now? Or do you want to give a bit of context about your draft?
Well, no. I'd like to know.
Yep.
How many?
I've got 1.
Oh.
Now I could have had more.
Okay.
However, we've got to buy in round 1. So I just want to be
Correct.
careful about having too many in there because it's going to cost. But what I've cleverly done here is I've got the Hammer on my bench and I have Dream Buller at fullback. So the Hammer will take Buller's spot. I'll get the points there.
Very
Won't miss out
nice.
on anything. Not to say that I won't draft some more Tigers in later, but I just thought for the fact that we've got the buy in round 1 for the second time in 3 years. Thanks AI.
Thanks, AI.
I've only got the 1.
Okay.
What about you? How'd your draft unfold?
Look, I actually wasn't too pleased with my team at the end of the draft, but I've since kind of looked back at it and shown a few people, and they're like, "Oh, that's pretty good. That's
Okay.
pretty good." I took Kiraz first at pick 11, so that's deep. But I'm happy with that because I think he'll have a barnstorming season. And then I took Joey Tapine on the way up. 4 Tigers for me.
You got Joe Tarpanay after Heroes.
Yeah,
Still hanging. Wow.
yeah, I know. I don't know how that.
How many in
happened.
your comp?
12.
Okay. Yeah, got ya.
Yeah. So the guy after me went Tino and Kinney. Bit of a Titans.
Yep.
Stan.
Yep.
4 Tigers for me. I have Buller as well. So we're
Nice.
going to watch him with keen eyes this year.
Yep.
Taylor May. I feel like anyone on that left edge is going to get a fair few points. There's
Yep.
obviously a change in the scoring system now as well, where last pass gets try assist. So I feel like he's going to be putting Hamasi.
Did they
over
not
it.
used to get that?
No, so it used to be like, say that try, Hamasi's try,
Yeah.
that would have been a Luai try assist because he created the overlap by beating Cleary and then spreading it. So he would have got the try assist. Taylor May would have got the try contribution, which is 4 points. So they've only changed that this year.
Okay.
So go figure. Centers, someone like Herbie Farnworth becomes far more valuable.
Yeah.
Given that last pass.
Farnworth more valuable.
Farnworth more.
Yep.
Farnworth more this year.
Yep.
I got Appy as well and Alex Twal. Fair to say that I'll have given up on winning round 1,
Yep. That's fine.
but I'll take it.
Short-term pain, long-term gain.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. So I'm happy with the team. I'm happy with the 4 Tigers that I have. They're all guns. Twal looking really good.
He's looking very good. Very
Offloading at will too.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
has scored well.
I got
in
to shout him
Supercoach.
out in the Petrochemical Services engine room, but deserves to be in there. He's looking fantastic.
Yep.
And extended for another couple of years,
Exactly.
which we love.
Exactly. Geez, the stability at the club is fantastic, isn't it?
Rock solid at the moment.
Rock solid.
Yeah.
I think we already kind of touched on this tackle 6, the Masini song. So
Yep.
let's just say we got caught with the ball on the last.
Yeah, well, we technically have had 6 tackles here because I'd say that Roasty's photo deserved its own one anyway.
Correct.
So
There you go.
there's your set of 6. A little bit clunky. But that's okay. It's pre-season. That's what we're here for. to work
Dusting
through
off the
these things.
cobwebs,
Yep.
plus the fever that we've both been able to get.
Yep.
Okay, before we jump into what I can't see, but I'm assuming it's the top 05,
Yep.
we'll go to a little ad break.
Let's do it.
Brilliant. All right.
Great break.
Thanks for your patience there.
Thanks for rejoining us. Hope you had a good break.
Yeah. No one would have churned off then, would they? No
No.
one would have switched it to a different podcast or anything like that.
Can't imagine so. No.
Good to know.
Why would you?
All right. So top 05, I'm just going to close the lap here a little
Yeah,
bit.
you won't need it. You will not need it.
Very keen to hear what it is.
Yeah. Let me just, so what I've done, a little peek behind the curtain here. That part of the document is all kind of, what would you say, kind of whited out at the moment?
Yeah, white it out.
So
Yeah.
you can't see what's going on.
Yeah.
I've just got to turn the font back to black so I can read it.
Oh, my
and reveal
goodness.
it. There we go. I've got it. So this week for the top 05, we're doing the top 05 teenage West Tiger debutants
Oh.
based off Makasini's performances over the last couple of games.
That's very,
I thought it's topical.
very
You know,
good.
it's in the news. We'll go with that.
Very good.
So, coming in at 05,
Yep.
I'm throwing in the man himself, Hamasi Makasini. Now, what I'm
Nice.
hoping will happen by including him in the top 05 is that will actually inspire him to want to extend with the club, potentially for life, long term. Yeah, hopefully he'll like what he hears and the fact that he's already been acknowledged and want to stick around.
Be very happy with that.
Yeah, you happy with that?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So obviously debuted on the wing for against the Titans last year, scored a try in that game. Topped the Witzer Cup try scoring this week as well.
Yep.
And look, big comparisons being drawn. We've spoken about what's the movie called? The Fly.
The Fly with Jeff Goldblum.
The Fly with Jeff Goldblum. Go and check that out. If you want to get a bit more context about Elliot's comparison there. But bit of a combination of Jonah Lomu, Greg Inglis, and Mal Meninga. And I don't think that's overstating things
No, it's
at
not.
the moment. So he is well on his way. Debuted when he was 18 years old. Might have even been, 18 years old.
Yep.
He was straight out of school. I think
Yeah, he was 18.
Wait
They were waiting until he turned 18.
until he
for him
turned
to
18.
Debut.
So, I mean, hell of a teenage debutant. And I think, it's early days, but I think rightly deserves his spot in the top 05 teenage West Tigers debutants.
Absolutely. And you know what's funny? Obviously, the Hello Sport boys were asking Cody about how he felt about it, and there was a bit of reservation there. I don't think I've watched a highlight more in my life than that
Yeah.
one from the weekend. I was obviously away with a few mates drafting, and I got to a point where they were like, "Can you stop watching that?"
Yeah.
Because, you hear Dan Gannett going, "What the hell is going on?"
Yeah. Beautifully called by Dan as well, I will say.
Always.
Really well done.
One of the greats. But
Okay.
yes, well deserved to be in this list.
Yeah. All right. Coming in at number 4. Now, look, probably could argue, in fact, we definitely didn't get the best of him, but versus some others who've left us high and dry, like I feel like at least this one, it didn't feel like it was on as bad terms as
Yep.
some of the other ones.
Okay.
Coming in at number 4, James Tedesco. 19 years old, round 1, 2012 against the Sharkies. Big raps on him, obviously came through the schoolboy ranks. Played on the wing in the Tigers' Harold Matt's team. Did you know that?
I did not.
Do you know who played fullback in that team and kept him out of the fullback position for the bulk of the season? Potentially all of the season.
No.
David Nofaluma.
Not far.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
Okay.
So that makes you think, doesn't it?
It kinda.
Really does.
Yeah.
Anyway, forced his way into the side for round one off the back of some very, very strong preseason form. Initially, Sheens didn't want to pick him, didn't want to load him up with all that pressure, but he played his way into the side.
Yep.
Looked very promising for the first 30 minutes, and then unfortunately did his knee. One of several sort of significant injuries. Did his knee about 30 minutes in to the game.
He was looking so good as well, I remember.
Looking real good.
Looking
Real good. So he had over a year off. He returned in round 4, 2013, played on the wing for many weeks. And then he was called into the New South Wales City camp after about 4 first-grade games, which has made him the least first-grade experience for anybody to ever get picked for New South Wales City.
That's impressive.
He left the club, sadly, in 2018, went to the Chooks, as we know. Thankfully for us, he lost to the Tigers 10-8 in an absolute bludger out at ANZ.
Oh, yeah.
And he also dropped a try that would have won the game for
Wide
the Chooks.
open, wasn't it?
Yep, which we can take some comfort from. But since leaving, he's gone on to captain the Blues, played 23 games for them, captained the Kangaroos, led them to World Cup glory, 2 Dally M medals, and of course, who could forget, one 2015 Kelly Barnes medal as well. So for me, yes, he left. Yes, I would have loved him to stay, so we got to see the best of him. We still got to see some good footy out of him, and I think he deserves a spot in the top 05 West Tigers teenage debutants.
Absolutely. And do you know what's funny? We were discussing this on the weekend, whether Teddy was established when he left the West Tigers. Because he'd played an Origin game.
Yeah, he had.
Game 3, I think it was a dead rubber. But
Yeah.
he'd still played an Origin game nonetheless. Won a Kelly Barnes medal. Scored a lot of tries. Played City Origin. Like, arguably, we did get a bit out of him.
Yeah.
Bit of a trivia question for you as well. When Teddy went down
Yes.
in round 1, 2012, do you know who replaced him the following week? Fullback.
Was it Tim Moulton?
Tom Humble.
Tom Humble. Sit down. Be humble. What a player.
How frustrating for us that year that we had Teddy at fullback. We just signed Adam Blair. This is 2012. This is like premiership favoritism attached to the West Tigers team for probably the first time ever. And 30 minutes in,
Yeah.
all came crumbling down.
The market hasn't corrected itself yet before the season. I'm sure we'll probably go close to favourites after the Witzer Cup podium.
I would assume so. Surely we've come in. We're about 41 before the Witzer Cup.
Yeah, value. Great value.
Yeah, great value.
Anyway, I'll keep moving through the top 05. So coming in at number 3 is Chris Lawrence.
Yeah.
Youngest player to debut for the West Tigers at 17 years and 283 days
Wow.
old. Against the Broncos, the Tigers won 20 points to 6 over the eventual 2006 Premiers that day. Remarkable stuff. He was originally named 18th man, slipped into the starting side when Paul Fatawira pulled out injured.
Yep.
He scored a brilliant try down the right-hand touchline.
Yeah.
And he also had a try assist. I think he threw the last pass. So if you had him in today's Supercoach, you'd have been absolutely cheering because he would have cashed in on that new scoring system for you.
Absolutely.
Nicely.
Well played.
But Chris Lawrence, hell of a career for the club. Obviously, towards the end of his career, moved kind of into the back row, but played 253 games across 14 seasons, played 6 times for his country as well.
Wow.
In 2010, 2011.
Never for the Blues.
Never
though.
for the Blues. Skip that part of it. But yeah, still kind of floats around the club a little bit. No, I know Sugar, in fact, speaking of Joel, he was talking last year about he could see him potentially at some point maybe taking a leadership role at the club, administration sort of wise.
Great.
So
Great.
we'll watch that space as well. But a good man, Chris Lawrence, and I think deserves his spot there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's probably one of the more memorable teenage debutants for the Tigers.
For sure.
You can't. It was a where were you when kind of moment there when Chris Lawrence did that
Yes.
to Sean Berrigan
It
down
was.
the right-hand side there. But yeah, Sean Berrigan, by the way, top try scorer in the 2005 season.
Wow.
What a random
Very
stat.
strange. Wouldn't have picked that.
No one would have picked that.
Yeah.
There you go.
In the centres.
Yeah, Chris Lawrence, very, very well deserved. And arguably could have been higher. Very excited.
Could have been
to see
high.
who's
It's a
next.
stack list. Couldn't fit them all in there.
True.
Too high up list. Moving on to number 2, though, Robbie Farah.
Oh,
Round 13 of 2003. Now, I couldn't work out if he was 18 or 19. Point was, he was a teenager.
Okay.
All right. 38-30 loss to Manly. He came off the bench that day.
wow. 03.
Yeah. He had 277 games for the club across 2 stints, including the premiership. Obviously, didn't see eye to eye with Jason Taylor, showing the door in 2016 after playing on the bench. After playing reserve grade, straight after Origin.
How do you figure that out, Hammy?
Ridiculous stuff. Anyway, he came back to the club in 2018 for another 30 games. Origin hero for New South Wales, of course. Won a series, part of the drought-breaking series there.
That's right.
8 tests for the Kangaroos, 7 for Lebanon, and the most iconic photo on the Wayne Pearce scoreboard in the club's history as well.
I'd love to have that photo up here.
Yeah, with us on the scoreboard.
With us.
I still want to make that happen at some point.
Yeah, well, we might soon.
Yeah.
Between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Monday to Friday.
Yeah, I only make that mistake once, don't you? That's a story for another day.
Definitely.
Coming in at number 1, and this, I mean, will really come as no surprise. Number 1 is our current coach, Benji Marshall.
Yeah.
2003, round 14 against the Newcastle Knights at Campbelltown. He was 18 years.
So Robbie was round 13, Benji round 14.
Yeah.
Oh, those Radisson Main jersey. I've got an 03 jersey, actually.
Have ya?
It's fully signed.
Should bring it in.
I should. It's in Ulladulla, but I will get my hands on it. But Benji and Robbie are both on there.
Unreal.
Signatures.
They're both faded on this one. I do. He used to be there, I think. Benji and Robbie was down here somewhere. But anyway, Benji, round 14 against the Knights at Campbelltown, came off the bench and then came on at fullback. And then if you go and look at his highlights package, some of the steps and stuff he was doing, he almost stepped himself a few times. He almost fell over. He was going so far, but very wiry kind of frame. Had a very 2003 kind of haircut as well.
Yeah.
Playing at fullback though, and we towed the Knights up that day, 52-12. First win of many for Benji at the West Tigers. So a hell of a debut for a very young touch footballer. The commentators were very excited by him that day. Went on to play for some other teams, as we know. He played 6 brave games for the Auckland Blues in 2013, 54 games for St George, 13 for the Broncos, back to the Tigers between 2018 and 2020. A little bit stiff to be shown the door. I think we probably both agree at the end of that as well.
Yep.
Then he went to South Sydney where he made a grand final in 2021, 31 tests for the Kiwis, and the jewel in his crown, a Celebrity Apprentice title in 2022 where he led Team Collaborate to glory. Can he replicate that success with our club? Fingers crossed. I think he can.
I think yes.
Yep,
definitely. It was funny when he debuted in 03, he was still in school, I believe, and he would do school throughout the week, then come down and train with the guys on like Thursday afternoon maybe, and then play on the weekends, and then fly back to school at Kebra Park. And 18, obviously, he said every time we go down for training, he'd play. And then after the training session, like Mark O'Neill and Scando and stuff would take him out for schnitzels and schooners. And he was like, oh, this is the greatest agreement I've ever had in history. I get to do this instead of go to school. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, well-deserved top spot on that list.
I think so.
The most memorable debut in that Tigers jersey. And, yeah, went on to very, very great things and arguably has the best ahead of him.
Greater things to come. Well, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we'll be doing another top 05 list based on Benji's coaching feats at some point. Hopefully this year when we win the comp. So that is the top 05 Teenage West Tigers debutants. Let us know what you thought. Did I miss anybody? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear if you think there's anyone who should have got a start. There are a few dishonourable mentions.
Oh, nice.
Mitch Moses, 19 years old. Alan De Silva, I think might have been 18. And then he who must not be named was 18 years old as well. So a couple there that, people might like to mount a case for, but I wasn't giving him a start in my...
Got too big for their boots too early, didn't they?
They did. Yeah.
Little bratty teenagers.
They did. So good luck to them at their terrible clubs they've ended up at.
Well, kind of.
Yeah.
Mediocre luck.
Yeah.
Speaking of prodigal talents and teenage superstars.
What a segue.
I wonder if there'll be any in this next segment.
Yes. Well, good chance. It was a strong field this week. I will say that. So do we need to take a break before we get to it?
No. We'll do that after Raw Emotion.
All right. Fantastic. All right. Well, let's get into Raw Emotion. Spelt ROAR. Noise a Tiger makes for those playing at home. All we want you to do straight after a Tigers game, jump on Instagram, send us a voice note, give us that raw emotion, just let it out, and we will play them here on the show.
Just by the way, if you can't as well, please do just message us and say, hey, I can't.
Yeah.
Can't get through to you, and then we'll accept the message, and you should be able to do it straight
Another
after.
note as well, I just want to get this out here early in the season. Not a hard and fast rule, but if you can, keep it to about the minute mark. Too much longer than that, it's becomes a little bit of a mission to kind of fit them all in. But
And it's hard to contain your emotion into a minute.
it
a
is
lot of
really
the
hard,
time,
really hard.
But you
just-
can do it.
it can be done.
You can do it.
It can be done. So I want to go give the new ball this week to Will Nicholson.
Oh,
Now, Will, he wasn't getting too carried away here. He was a big fan of the segment. He was wanted to make it very clear about how you spell raw as well.
great.
And when I told him it was getting a run, he said, I probably had a few too many West Tigers bitters on the hill. But with that in mind, over to Will Nicholson with a new ball for raw emotion this week.
Let's go.
All right, time for some raw emotion.
Ooh.
Spelled R-O-A-R. Raw. Listen to this. We're going to win the fucking comp, all right?
Okay. Yep.
Done with all the fucking bullshit, okay? R-O-A-R. Raw emotion. West Tigers are winning the fucking comp. Fuck the Panthers, they're shit. Fuck the Roosters, they're shit.
Yep.
Fuck the Dolphins, they're shit. They don't have the emotion. The raw emotion. Spell it right. R-O-A-R. Raw emotion.
Okay. I
love that. I love it.
That is genuine raw emotion right there. That's what it's all about.
And I'd encourage anyone to just go back and listen to that voice note at any stage if they just want a bit of clarity on how you spell it, what it's all about, and which teams don't have it.
Yeah, only 3.
I think Will's really summed that up tidily there. But
Poor old Dolphins caught a bit of a stray there, didn't they?
well, someone had to tell them sooner or later, didn't they? So, yeah, I think that's a great way to start this week.
Definitely.
Yep.
I very much hope that Will didn't drive home because I think there were a few West Tigers under the belt there.
There were. Will, hope you got home safe. Hope to hear more from you throughout the season.
Yeah, very good stuff, Will.
Over to Liam Dundon, who kind of took a bit of a leaf out of the meme that you made.
Yes.
The winter is coming.
Yes.
Witzer is coming.
Witzer is coming, which it unfortunately didn't.
Without, sadly.
A bit like Game of Thrones, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Some good synergies there. But I will hand over to Liam now. I don't want to step on his punchline too much, which you'll probably already have, but over to Liam.
You tell me you want 13 plus. You tell me you want a pants battering at home. You tell me you want to make them drive 40 minutes down the highway, paying tolls, just to absolutely spank them and give it back to them. But I'll tell you this. Winter is coming, and it's coming strong, and it's coming hard, and it's coming over every Penrith Panthers face that you can imagine. It's coming everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's creativity at its peak.
Have you? And now I haven't watched Game of Thrones all the way to the end. Is that music off Game of Thrones?
I'm unfamiliar.
Yeah.
And I have watched it
Yeah.
all the way to the end, but it's Game of Thrones-y music.
Oh, yeah,
if it's
okay.
not
AI,
from the show.
AI kind of might have
Maybe.
spat something out that sounds a bit like it.
The accent was very good, though.
Was good, wasn't
I
it?
don't know if that was put on or if that was a natural accent, Liam Dundon, but that was very good.
It was good.
The more creativity like that.
That might have been us. Remember we had the Scottish guy that got in touch with us a bit last year? The Northern English
the
guy?
Mancunian guy,
That might have been him.
Maybe.
Anyway, loved it. Loved the creativity. Loved getting a little bit left to centre, which is exactly what Ethan Gibbos has done.
Yep.
In fact, he's invented his own segment. So I'm gonna hand it over to Ethan.
Go Gibbos.
G'day boys, back in the saddle for big 2026.
Welcome back.
Just thinking of a concept. Wanted to be a bit more positive this year since you guys put a spin on the way I enjoy Tigers content last year, you know? And
You're
I
welcome.
was thinking about how negative I can be with my team sometimes, you know, because you're just so used to it. So from here on out, I'm going to have relentless positivity. That's spelled R-O-A-R.
Love it.
Relentless, because it's the noise of Tiger mates, obviously.
Oh, okay.
So a few positive things. Masini, Andrews, Charlie Murray, Haywood, all our youngsters looking like absolute diamonds. Our defense holding its own. What? Who are we? Benji just saying the boys are humble. And whoever is on the sound at Leichhardt when that streaker ran out there, playing Tainted Love. And Highway to Hell when Cleary was sin bin. Like, mwah, chef's kiss. For a
Oh,
trial
nice.
game. Now it's time to sit on this for 3 weeks and pray that we come out in round 2 looking that damn good.
Ethan Gibbo's raw, relentless positivity.
Raw, relentless positivity
Looking
from the young
forward-
fella there.
Looking forward to more of that
Yeah,
for the
that's,
season.
that's a good segment.
Yeah.
Some very good points raised by him as well. The humble humility of the team. I think the 3-week layoff could go one or two ways, couldn't it? Like that momentum's there at the moment. And
Yeah.
now we've got a decent break before we get kicking again. But yeah, let's see. Round 2.
Fingers crossed. Let's try to have a bit more raw, relentless positivity when we think about that
Good point.
3-week break.
Very good point.
Thanks to Ethan Gibbos. Over to Paddy Curl, who spotted one of the friends of the show in the wild.
Who?
Over to him.
I was at the game, and holy fuck, who did I bump into? But Uncle Drewsy. We sat and watched that game together,
Wow.
and I have already purchased my grand final ticket.
Nice.
I know they're not on sale, but vicariously, they know that my money is in their bank, and they now know that I have a grand final ticket waiting to watch the Tigers beat, I'm going to call it, the Dogs in the grand final.
Wow.
Galvin Bowl.
Win, learn, or draw
The
crystal ball.
Tigers, God, I love this club.
Big night there for Paddy Curl.
Paddy Cade had a few West Tigers bitters on the hill, but a lot of raw, relentless positivity there.
Correct, which we love. And the big call as well. The Dogs in the grand final. So watch that space.
You could tell he had been blessed with the presence of immortality as well.
Yep.
He definitely had that backfence Brown positivity about him as well.
He did. While we're on Backfence Brown, video coming out the next day or two of the tattoo with the say barge. Now, also got some great vision from Backfence Brown that he actually met Alex Seyfarth and showed him the tattoo over the course of the weekend.
Correct. Now, we know that the background of this tattoo, for those who are new to the show, is that Backfence Brown had to get the tattoo if the Tigers made the top 16. Hammy and I chipped in for it. And we got a video of him getting the tattoo. And then as a result, he has now taken it and shown the say barge. So watch the video because you want to see how good this tattoo is.
Yeah.
Will Radlin, what a tattooist.
Marvelous tattoo artist. So anyway, we might drip a bit of the photo and stuff out over the course of the next week as well. But great stuff. Good on you for going and showing it to Saybudge. I think it was a bit confused at first about what was going on with the tattoo, and rightly so. But geez, he looked good on the weekend, and it looks even better in tattoo form.
He did. And he does.
Yep.
Any more?
Yep. One more to go. We've got Luke Sully.
Yep.
Luke Sully. Yeah, just want to get stuck into the Panthers a little bit, which, you know.
Oh, yeah.
While we've got the opportunity.
Yeah, you've got to take those shots
every day.
Got to take those
We'll
shots.
let him have
while
that
you can.
chance.
How many preseason comps have the Panthers won? I'll answer it for you, in case you're wondering. It's actually 0.
Ooh.
So my understanding is that we now win 5 comps in a row. Also, the New South Wales comp, we're going to win that. The New South Wales Cup, that is. Please make some donations to Masini. We're going to buy him some new boots because Dylan Edwards' face is imprinted on the bottom of it. Unlucky son.
He might have gone to a slightly early crow there when we were sitting atop the Witzer Cup ladder, but that's okay. A salient point made about raising money for Makasini's new boots.
Yeah,
at the end there.
I'm all aboard that. And do you know what's funny? I actually put on the story the other day. Did we just win the Witzer Cup? But I wasn't entirely sure. And then the next day I was like, oh, we've just lost the Witzer Cup.
Yeah, the Moses. So that one's on you guys for going the early crow.
Definitely.
That's basically all we've got for Raw Emotion this week. I've got one little last submission here from Chris Thompson. Now he says, watch if not squeamish, post nose surgery op. Didn't realise can only view once. Anyways, we gone win the comp. Sounds like he might be on some painkillers here.
Can I just say I am squeamish?
So am I. But I've got it here. You might have to come over here, but do you want to look at this together?
Yep.
And then our reaction might, I don't know. All right. Oh. Yeah, he is. He's trying to show the highlight of the try here, but it's.
How good is post-op in a hospital reception?
He's got it going now.
Okay.
It's a great try.
But
But it's just another example that we've been doing the Hey Makasini song a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, because it would have been impossible for him to have listened to the Hello Sports podcast
Correct. Well, he sent that 3 days ago.
3 days ago.
Wishing Chris Thompson a very speedy recovery with the nose op. Hope it went well.
Yep.
And yeah, hopefully that put a smile on your face. That and all the morphine that you clearly were on at the time.
Yeah, well done, Tomo. Please submit a bit more this year. Maybe few progress shots.
Some
of the
progress
schnoz.
picks would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Just one call out before we move on. It is preseason. I'm happy to give him the preseason off. Like one of your big star players, give him the preseason off, let him get fresh. But Reece Smith, would love to hear from you. Again, you are an immortal as well. So it'd be great to hear your thoughts on how we're tracking so far. Obviously, we've got the bye round one, but maybe as we zero in on the season, or if you want to make a big splash come round one, that's fine. But hope you're doing well, and we hope to have you on the Raw Emotion hotline very, very soon.
It's a bit Terrell May areas, isn't it?
It is.
Like, yeah, just kind of sitting and waiting.
Won the Kelly Barnes last year.
Yep.
Give him an extended spell. Let him come back and rip come round one, which I'm happy to do.
He's in Raw Emotion camp, just getting his vocal cords as fit as possible.
Happy to let him do that.
Before we wrap it up, let's go to a little ad break.
Yep.
Fantastic. All right. No fact or fabrication today as we don't have a guest. Matty is here again. Hey, Matty. Good.
That's all we got time for.
But that pretty much does wrap us up. Obviously, this weekend is Vegas.
Yep. See you there.
No Tigers games on. See you there next year. Langy always listens to the end too, so make this our plea. Langy, do what Roasty does for the Dragons for probably less money.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd just love to
edit that less money part out, Matty.
Yeah. I got married there, so I'd love to go back there and watch the Tigers play. Two bucket list kind of things. I don't know which one would be better.
Depends if we win or not, I suppose.
Remains to be seen.
Yep.
That's it for today, Hammy. Well done.
Great stuff. Well done. Well done on pushing through with Witzer Cup Podium fever. It's been, we've done our best, but sometimes you've got to put your backs to the wall, push through. Thanks to Matty for being flexible, getting us in nice and early. Thank you for learning with us again this week. We'll be back next week for the bye round. Couldn't get James Graham. He's in Vegas, but we thought that would have been a nice little crossover. I mean, the marketing rides itself.
But the following week, we might have a little guest that's James Graham aligned.
Okay.
So,
wow, what a tease.
Let's keep an eye out there.
Yep.
Let's go. Top 16.
Here we come.
Again.